like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So, India need 265 runs to qualify for the finals of the Champions Trophy to 2025. It's the highest total that they have to chase in this tournament and in a knockout game. And the opposition is Australia. The highest total that India have ever chased against Australia is 260. So they have to surpass their highest total if they are to win and progress to the finals of the Champions Trophy. It's a good pitch, unlike the ones that India has played on. It's a completely fresh pitch for the finals, but India still played four spinners on that wicket. Rohit may have misread the pitch because it looked like a very good wicket and the ball was coming onto the bat quite easily. There are no demons on that wicket. The Australians had partnerships for almost every wicket leading up to the sixth wicket. Everyone somehow or the other contributed with the bat. Once again, Rohit Sharma lost the all important toss. Had he won the toss, probably he would have also batted first. But this is the 14th consecutive toss that Rohit Sharma has lost. It's also a worrying factor because in big matches, especially in wickets like these, the toss can be a deciding factor. And once again, India would have been biting their gum shields when Travis Head was going big early on. He should have gotten out of the second ball of the over, where cotton ball went dangerously close to Mohammad Shami. The Indian fans would have had their hearts in their mouth, thinking once again, here we go. Memories of the World Cup finals flashed back in our minds. Even though Cooper Connolly was dismissed without scoring, Travis Head still got the innings off to a flying start, and the Australians were looking dangerous. Head smashed Hardik Pandya to all parts of the ground. He was quickly racing along 39 of 33 balls. And India's mystery spinner, Varun Chakravarti, got rid of him with the very fast delivery that he bowled. That was a huge setback for Australia and a big momentum shift for India because Head has been the difference between the two sides of late. He has been the one who has set the tone up front and the rest have followed. But despite Head being dismissed, Steven Smith, who always seems to wake up and play well against India, played in his usual casual manner. He had no problems with the spin of Jadeja, Akshar, Kuldeep, and even Varun Chakravarti. Along with Labuschagne, Smith was looking to grind. He was not allowing the spinners to settle. The ball wasn't turning that much. There wasn't that much grip in the wicket as well. And Steven Smith is a great player of spin bowling. His average against India in Test cricket, in ODI cricket, is in the higher 50s. So he knows a thing or two of playing spin bowling. And while he was there in the crease, he made sure that the strike was rotated easily. Along with Labuschagne, the pair put on a 50-run partnership, and the Australians were moving along pretty easily. They're going at 5 runs per over. And it looked like that the pitch on which this match was being played is easily the best pitch in Dubai so far. Because all the other wickets in all the other remaining matches, the teams have found it rather difficult to score runs from overs 10 to 20. But the Australians made sure that they rotated the strike. It was great batting from Smith, and even though Labuschagne didn't get that many runs, he was there in the wicket along with Smith. Ravindra Jadeja bowled beautifully, got rid of Manas Labuschagne, and Josh Inglis as well. He's not a player for these conditions where the ball starts to grip a little bit. He plays with his hands far too often. He needs to tone down his batting for slower wickets a little bit. And then came the partnership with Alex Carey. Probably Carey played the best innings of the lot. He was aggressive, he didn't have any problems whatsoever with the spin. And at one point of time, the Australians looked that they were destined to score at least 280 and bat India out of the game. They could have probably scored 300 runs as well on that wicket. 260 has never been chased down in the last 4 or 5 years, but this wicket is still better than the others that India has played on. The turning point was obviously the wicket of Steven Smith by Mohammad Shami. It wasn't the best of deliveries that he has ever bowled. A full toss, and Smith missed it completely while trying to take the momentum and change the game from Australia. Smith kind of threw his wicket away. Australia could have easily reached 280 had he been there at the crease till the last ball. He couldn't have played a worse shot and gotten out. And then came Glenn Maxwell. First ball of Akshar Patel, he smashes for a six. Of the very next ball, he gets bowled. And it pretty much defines Glenn Maxwell's career. It's hit and miss. Especially when the Australians were on top, all that he had to do was spend some time on that wicket along with Alex Carey, who was batting so well. Had Maxwell played for only 20 minutes, a quick fire 30 or 40, Australia would have batted India out of the game. But some pretty ordinary stroke play from Glenn Maxwell meant that India were right back in the game, and it also halted the momentum of Alex Carey. He had to slow down, he ran out of partners, along with Dwarshuis, who isn't a great player of spin bowling. He couldn't get his free flowing self back. And Carey too got run out at a very important stage. He had just been waiting for the end of Varun Chakravarti's spell to tee off against the Indian bowlers at the back end in the last couple of overs. But a brilliant throw from Shreyas Iyer ran Alex Carey out. That probably saved India a couple of runs, nearly 30 runs at least. 264 is still achievable. Four of the Indian top order batsmen are there in the ICC top 10 players in the ODI top player ranking. So, if India are to qualify, we need one big innings from either of them. Rohit Sharma is due for a big score, and so is Virat Kohli. We would expect that when the total is not that much, the top order come to the forefront and lead the chase. They don't have to be that adventurous right from the beginning. For once, Rohit and Shubman can take their time. Remember, Australia doesn't have a good bowling lineup. They are without their top three pace bowlers, and even Spencer Johnson, who could have been a dangerous left arm seamer on this track, has been left out in favor of Tanvir Sangha, the leg spinner. So there are two fast bowlers from Australia, Nathan Ellis and Ben Dwarshuis, probably the slowest Australian attack in history. So all that Rohit and Shubman Gill has to do is use their heads and play sensibly for the first 5 or 6 overs. And don't play a rash shot and get out and put the team in unnecessary pressure. Just a bit of momentum is needed, a fast and a good start to the innings is needed. It just to calm the nerves. India won't have a better opportunity than this to get across the line versus Australia. Time and time again in ICC tournaments, in knockout games, Australia has had the edge over India. India can turn the momentum in their favor. This is probably the easiest Australian bowling lineup they would ever get. And if they can't win on that wicket against this bowling lineup, they have themselves to blame. The only wicket taker in their ranks is Adam Zampa, who is a threatening bowler on any pitch. But this pitch will favor him and his leg spin. So India have to play him sensibly and then they can go after the bowling. Rohit Sharma, all eyes would be on him. Of late, he has been the one who sets the tone up front with his adventurous batting. But today, the need of the hour is for him to play sensibly and not play a rash shot and get out like he did in that World Cup final against Glenn Maxwell and give the entire advantage to Australia. History, we should learn from our mistakes. And Rohit, being the captain that he is, being the player that he is, should remember his dismissal. If he forgets, it's the duty of the team management to make him remember that don't play a rash shot and get out and put the team in unnecessary pressure. If he's there for 20 overs or even 10 overs, India would have a big bulk of their run out of the window, and he would set a platform for the lower order and take the entire pressure off them. And Virat Kohli, he can guide the chase. If Rohit gets out early, if Virat gets out early, then it becomes extremely tricky for the Indian batting lineup. Because Steve Smith is a great captain and is a great tactician, and that pitch will slow down, and it will become difficult for the batsman to score runs. So, if the if players get out early, it will be difficult for the next batsman coming in to start the innings. So whenever the set batsman is there, he needs to control the innings and bat for long. Will India be able to chase this total down and qualify for the Champions Trophy final? Or will Australia once again prove to be their nemesis? Let me know in the comments section what you feel. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.